Hey, what's going on today, nerds? It's me, Kowloon, and today I want to talk to you guys about Metal Gear Solid, the Master Collection that was just released on PC. Now, a little bit of backstory about me and the Metal Gear Solid franchise. For those of you who know me, know that Metal Gear Solid is one of my favorite franchises of all time. The story, the character development, how the games intermingle with each other. There's something very beautiful and poetic about them. Even though the lore can be insanely confusing at times, and sometimes just downright doesn't make any sense. But that's part of the charm of Metal Gear. Now, I've been playing Metal Gear ever since I was a little kid. I can't even remember how old I was when I finally beat Metal Gear Solid 1. I don't remember how old I was. I do remember my view of the world was forever changed. You know, Metal Gear Solid is a great franchise for opening up your mind to these concepts that most cinema and video games won't even come fucking close to. They talk about nuclear war, the psychosocial manipulation of populations via governments and corporations using the forces of AI, which are essentially entities of themselves, to manipulate the population into doing things that they don't want to or shouldn't do. Ultimately, Metal Gear Solid is about forever wars, mercenaries, how war has truly changed. We don't have conventional warfare anymore. We don't have major ground invasions anymore. Most of the conflicts on Earth, no matter how big they are handled by small, special interest groups, mercenaries who have equipment. And this kind of concept as a little kid, it blew me away, and it changed my life. It changed the way I viewed politics, economics, social relationships, technology. It really did impact me much more than any other piece of media ever has in my entire life, to a very profound extent.
The Patriots. Even I don't know who the actual members are. Are they financial, political, or military leaders? No one knows who the Patriots really are. Even my instructions come from a cutout. All I've been told is that every key decision is made by a group of 12 men, known as the Wise Men's Committee.
Your office? The White House?
Merely puppets, pawns in a game. By pledging my loyalty, an insignificant son of a senator was awarded the presidency. Of course, that wasn't the only price I had to pay.
What do you mean?
Even if a pawn becomes a queen, it is still just a playing piece. I wanted to leave my own mark in history, but my ambitions were... You'll understand someday.
It changed the way I viewed the world. Every time there was some kind of global conflict, I would think to myself, there's got to be more to this, you know? There's much more to this than we're being shown, much more than what we're seeing. And Metal Gear Solid, for many people, I feel like had the same effect. Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, these games, man, beautiful. Yeah, I totally encourage you to play through them. Some of the most poignant political commentary of its time. It might seem a little bit outlandish, but it is surprisingly grounded in reality. As the great writer Mark Twain once said, truth is often stranger than fiction, but it's because fiction is obligated to stick to possibilities. Truth isn't. And that's what tied me into the Metal Gear Solid franchise so much. Now, fast forward a few years, after playing Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, the HD collection comes out. Boom, cool. I get to play a revisited version of Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 on newer consoles, which was the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. No complaints there. I had a great time. They're just fantastic games. And then fast forward, bro, to the Metal Gear Solid collection that we have now. Bro, what the fuck? Like, the lore of Metal Gear Solid is about how corporations and governments use AI to manipulate statistics into getting populations into doing things and supporting things that they just shouldn't. It's all about control. It's about information control and making people do shit that they don't want to do. That's the core of Metal Gear Solid lore, and about how there's so many factors at play. I'm not even going to get into it. But the very fact that they released Metal Gear Solid, this collection, without any keyboard and mouse support should tell you everything you need to know about the current state of Konami and how much they give a fuck about the Metal Gear Solid franchise. They don't care. They don't give a fuck, bro. They don't care. If they cared, I think we'd have keyboard and mouse support. There's no reason for a PC port of a game to come out without keyboard and mouse support. Okay? Now, I play Metal Gear Solid 3 on my PCSX2 emulator. I have a hard copy of the game. I can put the disc into my computer, turn on the emulator, and play the game on keyboard and mouse. I mapped my controls, no big deal. So you're telling me a 10-plus-year-old game that was recently ported to fucking PC does not have PC controls. But if I were to use an emulator that plays a version of the game from 10 years ago that I still have, that I bought for $50, I can play that on keyboard and mouse without any problems. I don't even want to mention the fact that these games don't even run in 60 FPS, okay? Metal Gear Solid 3 ran at 60 FPS on the goddamn PlayStation 2, bro. There's no excuse for this shit. I can run Metal Gear Solid 2 on my emulator at 60 frames per second. Why can't I do it on a PC port, Konami? There's no excuse for this shit. There's no excuse. You know what you guys did? You know what they did over at Konami? They took the code from all of these games and they just slapped them all together in a big package. They didn't give a fuck about making it compatible with the system. The games play at 720p. They don't even stretch to 1440. If you wanted to play this on a massive resolution, good luck, fuckface. You're over. It's over, fuckface. Get over it. Fucking give us more money, you stupid fuck. And I can't do this shit anymore. I have lost so much faith in the Metal Gear Solid franchise, and that, do you know how much that pains me to say? It's one of my most beloved franchises of all time, and Konami just keeps selling me the same fucking versions of the same shit every fucking time, and I'm stupid enough to buy it. And you know what? It makes me think of Raiden. It makes me think like, you know, Big Boss. Maybe I'm being fucking used. Maybe Konami is just using me like a fucking disposable tool for their own ends. That's what they're doing. You're being big bossed right now. You're being Raiden. You're being fucking used. You're being used by these companies. These companies know what makes you tick emotionally. And they're reselling you the same shit. So you know what? Fuck you, Konami. Suck my dick. And every single person that I speak to, I'm gonna tell them not to fucking buy this collection. I'm gonna tell them, you know what I'm gonna tell them to do? I'm gonna tell them to buy a PlayStation 2 or a PlayStation 3. Because there's no fucking reason to buy this shit. There's no reason. I can't upscale the game. And the audio in these games is even fucked up. Like, bro, Konami didn't even play through their games. They just took the code, put it on a new platform, and said, oh, we're done. Oh, we're done. Oh, great, master. Oh, we manipulate the population. Just like AI president. And we fuck people over. Fuck you, Konami. Fuck you.